Hello, Crisis Connections members and allies. My name is Kurt Erickson. I'm a field representative with AFSCME Council 5. I've been working on contract negotiations at Crisis Connections. I am here to give you a bargaining update, and I am filling in for our far more photogenic Crisis Connections committee members, the marvelous Meg Dorr and the awesome Ann Bellamy. Here's what happened in bargaining yesterday. We started off with a discussion of floating holidays, how they would be planned for and scheduled, and how that time would accrue. And we made a little progress on that topic. On our big issues, however, we started the day with no movement at all from the employer. There was no response, once again, to a wage proposal that we made in September. There was no movement on our important issue of scheduling. The employer again refused to allow for an agency shop or dues checkoff, and there was no response to our request for information regarding the possible merger with Touchstone Mental Health, information request related to wages, and another information request related to qualifications for promotions, filling vacancies, layoffs, that kind of thing. So after a few hours, we told the employer, look, this is not going well. The union's going to file some unfair labor practice charges. If you're not going to cooperate at the bargaining table, then we will involve the regulatory agencies in getting the information we need. Their response to that statement was, we're not getting anywhere today. You might as well go home. That came from their lead negotiator, a lawyer with the Minneapolis law firm called Fellharber. By way of parting comment, my colleague and partner in crime, Chris Cowan, another field rep at Council 5, who's been working on bargaining with us, said again, where's your wage proposal? And again, where's your wage proposal? Their response to Chris's questions at that time was, please leave the room. So we left the room. Gathered up our notes. It appeared we were done for the day, and so we left the building. The committee went home. I went to the gym. About an hour and a half later, we got a call from Council 5. Management is still here. Management wants to bargain. Management wants to talk. So Chris and I returned to Council 5, and what did we find? Well, a wage proposal. It was a first proposal from the offer. It's a first proposal from the employer. It's not their final offer. It is for a 0.5% as a general increase for most staff, plus 50 cents per hour in premium pay for all hours worked between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. It's the first offer from the employer. It's not what we are going to settle for. It is a start, and it is better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So we are meeting again on April 3rd. In the meantime, we are filing an unfair labor practice charge regarding a request for information relating to proposals for hiring and layoffs. We also are pressing the employer on scheduling. And as part of that application of pressure, we requested that the employer tell us whenever someone requests time off. That is, if you go into the computer scheduling software at work and ask for a vacation or ask for a day off or try to swap shifts with another staff person, we want to be notified of that request. And further, we want to negotiate with the employer on how each of those requests is filled. Who's going to cover the shift, when, how, and so on. Now, if you want to swap shifts with your coworker, that's no problem. But if you apply for time off and are denied, or if you're a volunteer supervisor and you get hauled in for some EOC coverage on some heinous shift that is above and beyond your normal work hours, we definitely want to know about it, and we definitely want to bargain those situations face-to-face on a case-by-case basis. We think that a failure for the employer to provide this information or to bargain about scheduling would be an unfair labor practice. Now, Meg, Ann, Chris, and I can't do this alone. Our efforts at the bargaining table will fail without your help. Here's something you can do right now. When you request time off, email me at Council5. Let me know the date and time you make your request and the date and time you want off. If you're a volunteer supervisor and they order you to come in and cover a vacancy, let me know right away. Tell me when they want you to work and when they notified you of the assignment. This is the information we need to provide legal pressure to Canvas Health on our issues. Workers at Crisis Connection are entitled to fair wages and a decent schedule. You are entitled to a fair contract. Working together, we are going to get that contract.